What's up, brother?
It's all slow and glitched up today.
All right, dang, what the fuck?
Shit, bro. How you doing, baby?
I'm good, brother. I actually just got back from chiropractor. My first time ever at a chiropractor, so it was a good experience.
Ooh, did they
Hopefully,
do your
it'll
neck?
loosen up this. Bro,
Did they
yes,
get your
man.
neck?
My neck,
Yes.
my neck, shoulders, back, ankles, surprisingly, wrists. I got a whole fucking adjustment, bro. It was crazy. Got some stem, got some cupping. Had cupping for the first time, so that was different.
I don't know if I believe in that shit. The cupping part. I believe in the adjusting, but how, how'd you feel about the cupping?
Um, I think the cupping I get because if you do it right with the suction, it pulls on the fascia, which I'm like
Yeah.
makes sense. There's really no other way to do that besides doing that. So it'll help loosen up the fascia, which I could feel the longer it was the longer it was on there. I was like, oh, okay, I definitely feel the pulling on there. So
Oh,
it was
there's a
it was
way.
good.
It's called a grafting tool. It's a steel tool because my mom
Yeah,
used to use
no,
it, and she would just grind it into your fucking shit, be all bruised up.
pass. Yeah, pass. I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I told you I don't
Did
want
they
to be a
put you on the
scapegoat,
machine?
but
There
I
was a
do.
machine that would like. Uh, go ahead.
Yeah, they strap you in, like face down, and they strap your legs in, so it like so it kind of like moves, so it loosens up
Yeah.
your back uh, before it
Yeah.
started everything. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And I realized, and I noticed this when I would get like my normal like massages to like relax, whatever. I have a problem relaxing, like my body is very tense all the time. And so when I was like, working on some of the joints, it's like, bro, you guys like, bro, relax, bro. I was like, I'm trying. I think I am relaxing, but I apparently have an issue loosening my muscles. It's crazy, weird. Never knew that.
Hmm. You gonna go back?
Oh, definitely. I definitely plan on going back at least on average like once a month between chiropractor, regular massage. Definitely got to keep that going for sure, 100%.
Bro, one of the I love you, bro. But one of the things I love is that you talk about massagers, chiropractor, therapy, uh, well, health and fitness. Like dudes talk about that stuff, but a lot of men specifically,
Hmm.
the idea of somebody like rubbing them down, or they're like, "Ah, bro, that's voodoo science," or I don't want anybody touching my feet. I'm like, bro, are you crazy? Like having someone that knows what they're doing, and like that shit feels great.
Yeah, yeah. I
Even
mean,
if it
I
doesn't
have female
actually heal
masseuses.
you, it feels good.
Yeah, so, so, so I do have a female masseuse because I like what I like. So when I find something I like, I stick to that one place or that one thing, for what I need.
Yeah.
And and so I was telling somebody the other day about my massage, and like my massage therapist is very small. It's very tiny. So the first time I went, she was like working really hard. I was like, let me just say this. I was like, I don't need you to work so hard. I don't come here to be hurt. I come here to relax. Like this is a relaxation, whatever. And I was like, and so I have to describe the type of pressure that I like when I go. I said the type of pressure that I like is it's enough that I have to question if the masseuse is into it or not, but not quite. If that makes sense. Like it's enough to be, but like oh, it's almost sensual. Like what? Are you? Nah, whatever. That's how I describe my pressure, bro.
Yeah. And also, I don't want you dripping beads of sweat on my back because you're working so hard. Like, calm down, relax.
Exactly. Relax, relax. We're both relaxed here. Chill, chill out.
I will say this. I've had many massages, bro. All types.
Hmm.
Uh, meaning all types of people. I've only ever had one where it was a dude, and I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, bro, I'm comfortable. Fuck it, bro. Let's go. And he was an older guy, so whatever. All that shouldn't matter. It wasn't that he did a bad job. but I didn't feel right afterwards. Like a man rubbing all up on my back. I was like, I just there was nothing wrong with it. It was very professional, but I'm like, this just doesn't make me feel relaxed, bro. I don't like it. And I'm like, and I paid this dude money for this shit. It just didn't feel right, bro.
Well, you know the. Yeah, I feel like the statute of limitation might not be up on that, but you might have a case.
Oh, nothing out, no, all hetero. Nothing happened, but it just, and he did a good job because my legs were fucked up, but I was like, man, like, I couldn't relax for even a minute. I try to be a man of the people, bro.
It's the most tense massage I've ever had in my life.
I feel like I have more knots. Bro.
Shit. That's funny.
Yeah. And I was like, nah, you don't. I don't want you around my shoulders. I don't want. I'm
Yeah.
laying down, my
I'm,
face down, my mouth's all open. Nah, bro.
all right, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You try to fish with you know what?
Just bump the lip.
Be a bum bum,
Oh
bro.
shit.
Ah,
But now, funny enough, though, now this is what's different though, because I would go to the
okay.
chiropractor and it was this like I don't know. He was actually a little short dude. I don't know, 30, 40 years old, kind of bald, glasses. But that dude would like snap, 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 snap. I mean, he was efficient. I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know why it's different, but it is. It is different, bro.
It is different, bro. It is different. Like I said, the chiropractor I just went to was a male, bro. And I feel like not to say there's anything wrong with male
That's what I'm
people
saying.
working
I'm
with
not trying to
chiropractors,
like put
whatever.
those guys. I mean, because
I'm not,
you
yeah,
need them, bro. Like, yeah,
yeah, I'm not knocking it, but like I'm so like wide and broad that I think a female masseuse who would be smaller in stature would have a more difficult time working on somebody like on my size wise. So that's the only thing I would
yeah,
say. Like if it was like some fucking lady who was like 6'4", used to play in the WNBA or fucking pro wrestler or something, that'd be perfectly fine. You know what I mean? But like stature wise, like how you gonna crack my shoulders if you can't even reach around like on the side, to get a hold of it. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
you know,
Fair enough. We're gonna do a little different format today, though. I just because it's just some like questions that just kind of popping up, and it made me think, and it reminds me of when we would be on the street, 56 and chilling, just dumb shit, bro. I don't like the way they phrased it, so I'm gonna read it the way it is, but then I'm just gonna. We don't have to phrase it this way. It says, "One poor people food you will always eat, no matter how rich you are." And for me, it's like poor people. I don't know what that means, but I
what
would
does that
say
say? I
a
don't know what you mean
childhood
by that.
food that no matter how old or adult you are, you would still eat. Because I got one in my head, but I want to hear yours first.
I feel like I just heard a question like this somewhere else on
I,
TikTok or
I know, but I
whatever.
actually, it's sometimes some questions make me stop and go, I don't know.
Yeah. Probably. Okay, it's gonna sound real crazy, but cinnamon sugar bread. So like you take the bread
Like
or whatever.
cinnamon toast, bro.
Kind of, but like we do it like white bread. So you toast it, you throw some butter on there, you're soggy, you throw a little cinnamon, a little sugar on top, bro. You go to town, bro. What do you mean? That
Bro, that's
or
cinnamon
because
toast.
that one I say that, but yeah, but you can do that at any time. But I'd say probably say baked beans with hot dogs in it.
Beanie weenies, bro.
Beanie weenie, bro. Beanie weenies, yeah.
Bro,
Beanie weenie goes hard to
so
pick.
literally, we didn't even talk about this before, but literally that I had two that I couldn't pick between the two. I literally was eating baked beans last night, and I was like, man, I kind of want to put it like a fucking like a grilled hot dog in this bitch.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like, I kind of miss that shit.
yeah.
My other one is something that probably everybody's gonna be grossed out. My kids hate it. I don't do it all the time, but it reminds me of my childhood, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's poor people food, but
Yeah.
When I was growing up, bro, macaroni and cheese, and then you would put like a can of tuna in there. They called it tuna
Oh
fish
no,
casserole. It's not really tuna fish
nah,
casserole.
bro.
It's literally just, bro. It's cheese and noodles and tuna, and it shouldn't go together. And my kids fucking hate it. They said it smells like shit. But if I get it, I'll eat the pot, bro. I'll eat the whole fucking pot,
It's bro, that's trash, bro.
bro.
That's
I know.
trash,
Listen, and it's
bro.
definitely not good for you, bro. It's definitely not good for you. But
Yeah,
it reminds me of my childhood, and I'll eat the hell out of that shit.
yeah, yuck, bro. Ugh. That's
All
disgusting.
right, all right, all right. Next question, bro. Next question. One childhood TV show that you wish they would either continue or remake. I got two. I'm having a hard time getting to just one, but I have two. But I want you first.
Childhood TV show that they would remake. Does it have to be a TV show or can it be a cartoon? Any genre?
Oh yeah, yeah, no, just a show that you would watch on TV. Yeah, yeah, the cartoon that part don't matter.
Um, I say throw me some new Powerpuff Girls and throw
Ooh,
me some new Justice Unlimited.
I'm not familiar with that
Anim,
one.
animated animated Justice League. But I've probably watched that on Netflix. Probably, I shit you not, 100 times through the whole thing, easily.
Ooh, well, that's gonna be the third question, but maybe you've already answered it. But so yours was Powerpuff Girls and Animated Justice League.
Animated Justice League. Yeah.
Now, would you
What you
want it to
got,
still be animated, or would you want them to do a live action version?
bro? Fuck all that live action shit. Not everything needs to be live action. Definitely want it to be the animated. Keep it like it was. Keep it like it was. All that Disney live action shit is weird. And it's like uncanny valley shit to me. I don't like it. I'm good on that. Keep it how it was.
All right, you ready for my two?
What you got?
DuckTales.
Ooh,
Yeah, bro. And then my other one
ooh.
is I don't think it counts for my childhood, but I fucking loved it because I watched it with my kids. Chowder, bro. They only did two seasons and they never did it again. I miss
Bro, I
that
love
shit
you,
so much, bro. Chowder,
bro.
bro.
Rada, Rada,
Rada, rada.
Rada. Oh, I love Schnitzel, bro. I love it, bro.
Yo, Schnitzel,
Yeah,
I'm
but
telling
go.
you, Schnitzel, because listen, when my daughter was little, she would say her curse word when she was real little was acorn. And the way she would say acorn, I'd be like, don't talk to me like that. She'd be like, you're such an acorn. I'm like, don't call me that. It's the same thing, bro. He would say rada rada sometimes. You'd be like, bro, what did he just say, bro?
What? What? I know that roundabout was different than the other roundabout. I'm reading the context clues on that one.
Yeah, bro, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Bro, the best is he saw some chick and he never wore glasses, but he had glasses on. He went rada rada. I was like, yo, we all every dude.
Right. So I saw this the other day. It was like which cartoon characters do you think were black? You know what I mean? I'm like, bro,
Bro, Schnitzel was black, bro.
Schnitzel 100% is like a middle-aged black dude, bro. Is 100% is like your uncle at the barbecue, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah, bro. Because let's think about it. He's working for shit. What was the chef's name? Chef Mundal, and then obviously Chowder. And he would just be
Yes.
like, "Bro, I'm sitting here working."
Nah.
He's got his kid where he's like, "Yo, Rada, fuck." See, Chowder, bro. They need to bring that
Uh,
shit back.
Dude, I did Chowder, bro. 100%. That's a good one. That's a good, yeah, yeah.
I love it.
So
What,
I'm
well,
gonna
what
go.
were
I'm gonna
the
have to go
what were the
watch
other
that
characters
tonight.
that were definitely
Yeah,
black?
I'll check. I'll check. Uh,
You
bro,
remember?
bro,
I'm trying to
Skeeter
think now.
from Doug.
Oh, bro, yeah, but he
Skeeter
was
from
smooth as
Doug.
shit.
Yeah, Skeeter from Doug, bro. Then you got even though Martian Manhunter's green, like come on, bro. He sounds come on. Then you got um, from Hey Arnold, the best friend from Hey Arnold, um, the
But he
Skeeter.
was black though. He was
No, but I'm
black, but
sorry.
he had the exact.
He was yeah, that was Gerald. But I'm saying to me, those are like the same character. They're like the same guy. Like they
Wow,
fulfill like they're like the same personality. Skeeter 100% is like Gerald for Doug. Um,
I got you.
man, what else? Who else is black dude? There's some more. I'm definitely just drawing a blank right now. But it was a pretty funny list. Yeah, but that one 100% stood out to me. I was like 100%. That was the first one that comes to mind. Doug or Skeeter from fucking Doug, bro. 100%. 1,000%.
Yeah, no, you got me thinking, bro. I'm trying to think through all the shows. Yeah, that's a good
What you
one. I
got?
like that. Maybe we'll look into that. I don't have any examples.
It's like, well, you done. The part start going through some shows, it's like, oh, 100%. But like, off the top of my head, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, nah, for real. All right, so the third one was, what is your go-to show? Yeah, I think you kind of answered it because you said you watch it a million times. But is it Justice League? Like, whenever there's nothing on, you just want to kind of just something you
Yeah.
kind of watch, maybe every year.
No, it's something I probably watch it like once every few weeks. It's like it's my go-to. Like when I get off work, like just something on Netflix, something I don't gotta like. I can just look at and don't have to like really like watch the whole episode. Like I obviously know how all these stories end. I've seen it 100 times, and it's usually just like something that kind of just be on in the background.
Hmm. Well, mine is Scrubs. Have you ever watched Scrubs, bro?
You got
You
like
probably never
fucking
even
you ever
watched.
say you got scrubs and you got black
Bro, I'm telling you, I swear, because obviously, I think I watched. First of all, there's only 8 years, not nine, because the ninth season sucks donkey dicks. But the 8 seasons, I'm telling you, things will pop up in life, and I laugh every time. And I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, any questions about life, bro? You just gotta watch Scrubs, bro.
Gotta watch scrubs. Probably been addressed on there for sure. The episodes I've seen are pretty funny, but I got a good dynamic. It's a funny show.
Yeah, well, it's not for everybody, bro. That's fine. That's all good. That's all good. All right.
Yeah.
So now we're switching gears a little bit. A little bit. What's one sport you wish you either could still play or would go back and play? So it can't be baseball, basketball, or football. It has to be a different one.
A different one other than the major ones. Um,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
ooh,
can't do the major ones. So like, because there's a lot of shit kind of coming out, and there's we're being
yeah.
exposed to shit that I didn't even know existed.
A sport I could go back. Like, it'd probably be, and I'm sure you might not even know this about me, but I'm really big into like international soccer. So like, it would probably be soccer, bro.
Bro, I would love to see you on a fucking soccer field, bro. You know how some people are just built to play certain sports, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what position you would play, but it would be hilarious to watch you out there. I bet you could kick the shit out of the ball. You got a size what, 15?
Exactly. Bro, I fucking bro, I love soccer, bro. I love international soccer, bro. Bro, the World Cup is
But you
my
never
favorite
played.
sporting event to watch.
But you
No,
never played it, right?
no, but I love. Nope, nope. Bro, I
See,
love
I
soccer. I
played.
got all pretty much every year FIFA game. I'm big in the. But I watch the World Cup. Like I watch the qualifiers, the whole shit, everything.
Well, do you wish you actually played it?
Yeah, yeah.
Were
Out
you
of out
aware of
of,
soccer
I think yeah.
when you were growing up? Like, were you aware of like was it even a thought in your head to play it?
No, because it conflicted with everything else I was playing.
Yeah. But now in your
So you
adult
can't
years, you
not you
love it.
can't. My adult, I even loved watching it all through whatever. But like now, like if I have to pick a sporting event to like get into and to like watch, it's
Hmm.
100% soccer, bro. Premier League, Premier League soccer is great. I fucking bro, I'm telling you, the World Cup is my favorite sporting event, hands down. It's not even close. Not even close.
Hmm. Why?
Um, I think it is. I think the drama is real on there, and I think they're actually probably some of the most skilled athletes on the planet. I think to me, I think that probably takes the most skill to play and to actually be good at. I'm mesmerized at how fast some of these guys run with the ball at their feet. Like I'm mesmerized by it.
Hmm.
But like, bro,
More
this
than
this is like
basketball or any other-
uh, fucking free kicks. Like, they're what?
hmm. More than like basketball and stuff because I mean I played soccer when I was a kid. Like I don't know. I think I stopped playing when I was
Mhm.
9, and all I remember is pouting because I wasn't because they always made me a goalie, and then every now and again they let me be the rover.
Bro,
I don't
look
know.
how old you are, bro.
Yeah, well, bro, I was a kid, and the only moments that stand out in my head is that I kicked the ball one time so hard as a goalie. You know how you could boot it from the goalie? I
Yeah,
kicked it and it went into the other goal.
there you
So
go,
that was
bro.
one.
Goalie
And
and a
then number
striker.
two, I
Boom.
didn't. Why? And number two was I didn't like headbutting the ball because it hurt my head because I was little at that point. My head was still probably soft. I had soft spots. So I tried to go up and kick it when it was in the air, and I kicked this girl right in the face. I basically wheel kicked her face at 9 years old, and then I kicked her in the face, but I cried, and then I didn't want to play anymore.
It's too aggressive, bro. We can't have this.
Yeah, well, so for me, my sport was lacrosse. I'm like, bro, I think I would have been good at that shit.
Lacrosse is one. Lacrosse is an interesting sport. I think hockey is another one that I enjoy watching.
Nah,
I don't always understand the strategy. I'm like, is there a strategy? I don't know.
I
Not
like that
sure.
they fight. I like that that's like part of the game. They fight, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
I wish football had
yeah.
that
We're,
shit.
we're
Just
out here
bro, just
playing. Yes,
fucking get after it. Because sometimes you need to
right.
knock a motherfucker out. I like that part.
Sometimes, sometimes that needs to happen. Sometimes that needs to happen.
I wish all sports had that, bro. Imagine if baseball, football, and basketball just had a moment in the time in the game where you're like, you know what, fuck this, just drop whatever, and we're gonna do this for until somebody wins, and then you have a little timeout, and then you go back in the game, bro. Pitchers, fucking, you run in or whatever. They maybe they tag you too hard or whatever. I'm like, yo, bro, bro, you tagged me too hard on that.
But this is like parlay and for pirates. I invoke the parlay. You now, right now, 5 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, we right here. We're gonna meet up. Just squat up. Fuck it. The thing is, bro, I
I
like
know.
because
Let's
they just
go.
let them fight. And nobody's trying to jump in. There's none of that. Just get it.
No, and it's
I
like
like it,
it's
bro.
like the penalty's coming. I know it's coming. I know the penalty's coming. I do my 3 minutes in the box and okay, I got it.
I'm telling you, it would make the games more fun. I would love that for baseball, basketball, bro. I would love to see, bro,
Well,
LeBron and
the
like LeBron
baseball
and
thing,
Steph Curry. What fuck all this, bro? Woo!
the baseball thing is interesting because there are a lot of unwritten rules in baseball, and
Yeah,
when you throw at a guy, people are like, oh my god, I can't believe he threw at him. I was like, he broke a rule that everybody knows you're not supposed to break. Like, you know, you eye the fucking home run too long, bat flips too aggressive. Like, okay, I got something for you.
yeah. Disrespect, bro.
Stand
Every
by.
now and again,
So,
you gotta
you know,
whatever
baseball's
equipment
got
you
it a
throw
little
it
bit.
down and you get scrapped up.
Baseball's got it a little bit. I get it. I like it. I think basketball would be one that I don't know if it would work in today's game, but I think looking back at some of the '80s, '90s, where like, yeah, you come in the lane, you know it's about to happen. Hey, we're about to run you through a couple picks. Come on, we're about to get this work. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, bro, side story, but so I played all three sports, but I wasn't good at all three sports. I was good at baseball and football, but I was better at football. But I would play basketball because the two assistant coaches on the football team were like, "Hey, you gotta, basically stay active, whatever, right?" But I wasn't
Yeah.
good. And I'll give you two stories. There was one where I was setting a screen, but and because you watch baseball, bro, I set my screen like this. I just rolled up and went, bro, knock that bitch. And the ref was like, bro, what are you doing? You cannot do that. I was like, what? I set a screen. He's like, no, not with your elbows. And then number
You
two,
can't
you
do it
know
like that,
how
bro.
in
Come on.
basketball, but you're gonna laugh, bro. But you run your little routes, whatever. Trying to clear out so the point guard, whatever, so people can get in there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm running my little route, and next thing I know, the point guard super cool pass, but hit me right in the face, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, you're open. I was like, no, bro, let me finish my route. I don't, I'm like,
You gotta be ready for the ball, bro. Let it go.
nah,
I
bro. I was
understand.
like, no, I'm just trying to clear the lane for you. Like, don't do that to me. Basketball was not my sport, bro. It was not my sport. The one time I tried to shoot a three, I shot it over the backboard. I was like, all right, I'm done with that. Did you ever wrestle? Did you ever do the wrestling?
No, I mean, didn't do the wrestling thing as like a big
Now that I
sport
think
like
you
we
would
used to
have
do.
dominated it.
A
You got the
little
body
bit.
for it.
Now that we did a little bit of wrestling here and there in the off season, but never really got into it all the way. But bro, out of all the sports, bro, wrestling is the thing I respect probably the most out of all the different
Yeah.
disciplines or whatever. When it comes to combat, bro, wrestling is a different beast, bro. It's a different animal. Like if you think you're in shape, you ain't in wrestling shape. Bro, wrestling shape is the ultimate shape, bro.
I did not wrestle in high school. I wrestled in middle school. And I think I would have stuck with it more if I would have been in a different position. But I was so small at the time, the little onelet that they wear was loose on my thighs, bro. The spandex uniform was loose on my thighs, bro. And I was
And
in
you gotta
that
get a
weight group
couple
where I was
wins.
like, bro, I was like 115, right around there. So I either wrestled the girls on the team or I wrestled like the team captain who would dominate me. And let me just tell you, I wrestled probably four or five girls. I didn't lose, but it was close. And it's a lose lose situation, bro. And I'm just like, bro, what am I doing? I don't want to do this. Like football, I was like the star, I was the hero. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm about to get pinned up by, I'm about to get
Yeah.
snatched up by a female, bro. And
Well,
then the team captains, they would laugh at me because they would just ankle pick me. I mean, they were doing stuff like that. You practice like with your boys in the living room, and I'm like, I didn't know how to defend it. I was all
you weren't
tall
wearing
and
your body
skinny,
yet.
bro. Huh?
So you weren't wearing your body yet. You didn't know how to move.
No, bro. I didn't know what was going on.
I did do karate up until like eighth grade, seventh or eighth grade. I did
Yeah.
karate. Um, the striking and stuff like that. But it ain't bro, ain't nothing like wrestling, bro. Ain't nothing like wrestling, dog. Nothing.
No. No, no, no. No, I wish I would have stuck with it longer. I know enough to get myself in trouble and get hurt, probably.
Exactly. I know
That's
just
about it.
enough not
That's
to be
about it.
not to be not to be not so. That's about it.
All right, bro. Now we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch gears, just because it's
What you got?
news. One, do you have any thoughts or feelings on the tariffs that Trump is imposing all over the world? Do you know anything about it? Do you have any strong feelings about it? Because people are about to fucking lose their mind, and it feels like 1920 depression. Like start jumping off the buildings.
So I feel about it how I feel about most things, which is usually my thing. Listen, I still gotta go to work tomorrow. So either way it goes, it still gotta make it happen. Still gotta make sure it happen, right? But
Yeah.
in theory, like I understand the theory of it, right? Hey, we're doing this to entice companies to either bring their jobs here or and entice our citizens to buy here things that are local to make our own shit more profitable. Like I get both sides of it. I see what they're saying on both ends. Again, it comes back to me when I'm looking at anything in politics is how is it going to benefit not necessarily me per se, but like how's it going to benefit like obviously I'm using an elevator here, but my household and when I mean my household, obviously I mean the country. How is it going to benefit us in the here and now and the long term, right? I look at tariffs the same way I look at taxes. I don't mind paying taxes if it's going to be a benefit for if it's going to be of a benefit. I'm not trying to pay taxes for fucking you know 40 billion $40 billion that's going to like shit programs, Chelsea Clinton's wedding, um, his girlfriend. Like, no, I don't want that. But if you say, hey, this 1 cent tax that we're going to have is going to build this specific road. This is how much it's going to cost. This is when it will be done. This is what we're putting it towards. We're at 100% perfect, not a problem, right? I think where it gets tricky is that when, and again, we know how this works. We can all see, we can all read, we can all see what's happening. Is that I guess you want if you can call it corruption, right? I'm making these deals like a lot. For example, a lot of this Ukraine shit. It's like, why are we so invested in Ukraine? It's like, okay, but then you start doing a deep dive into some of the backstory, what's actually happening in Ukraine, the ties that people have to there, and whatever. You're like, bro, why don't you just say that? Why are you trying to make it seem like I'm dumb for asking the question, and when we can all see what's actually going on? So, I guess
Yeah.
the roundabout way to answer the question is, I'm okay with the tariffs if it's going to be a long term good thing for us. Like I said, I understand the theory, but like, again, there's a lot of shit that works in theory that doesn't actually work out in actual practice. You know?
Fair enough. Well, two-part answer because you brought up Ukraine, and I was watching Matt Walsh. He was talking about it, and I can't remember what the scenario was. Matt Walsh, know,
Mm-hmm.
podcaster for Daily Wire. What people see, whatever they know, they probably know who he is. But he was basically like, why do you care so much about Ukraine? And that is kind of open-ended questions like morals and people are dying. What Russia did was wrong. He's like, okay, what do you know about the civil war in Rwanda? They're like, huh? And then he listed like three or four more countries. He's like, they're killing children and doing mass slaughter of men and women and children, and they're completely doing genocide. Why don't you care about what's going on
Yeah.
there? If we're supposed to care about all these things, why don't you care about that? And even as he was saying
Right.
it, he goes, most of you are going to hear me say these things, go, oh, I didn't know that was happening. And then as soon as I'm done talking about it, you will forget. And he's correct. All I can remember was Rwanda.
Yep.
He's like, you're just being told to
Yeah.
care
You
about it
gotta.
because the
Yeah.
media is telling you to care.
Exactly. Exactly. But again, that
I,
goes to
I
like
don't know,
as
bro.
anything, bro. As human beings, and I recognize this, and I know this, and I try not to take shit personally. Um, is that we as human beings don't care about something generally unless it affects us or it's affecting somebody that we care about.
Well,
Okay.
that's how it used to be, right? And I
Yeah.
love the live action role play of you seeing heroes turn to villains within 5 seconds. And I'm still talking about the Tesla shit because I mean, what last year, 2 years ago, Tesla
Yes.
was every environmentalist like everything should be electric cars all day long. Elon's the hero. He's the best.
Mm-hmm.
He's the brightest. And then all of a sudden, it's like burn all the Teslas to the ground. And even if you own a Tesla, you're now a monster. It's like literally last year, if you bought a Tesla, you were, I mean, you were. pro environment or whatever. You were a part of the agenda, and now
Yeah,
it's you're a Nazi sympathizer and you're a terrorist.
yeah, it's crazy,
It's
crazy
wild,
thing.
bro. It's
It's
wild to
like,
see that shift, like live action.
yeah, just like that, bro. Just like that.
I do love all these
It's,
people
it's,
getting snatched up
it's
because
crazy.
they're like, yeah, Tesla's recording you 24 hours a day.
It's like we already knew that, and if you didn't know
Yeah, we're
that,
coming.
you should have known. Bro, speaking of Tesla, but we've actually solved a couple burglaries, and I've actually used it on crashes where the people, one crash, bro, the people were like, oh, two opposing stories. I had this and this. Bro, there was, I shit you not, there was a Tesla in a parking lot facing the intersection that was not on. The people weren't in it, right? They come out from the whatever store they were in. They get in their car. They have like a, I guess like a notification, like an update or whatever. Whatever, bro. The car caught the whole accident on camera, and the shit wasn't even on. And I'm like, that was the first time I was like, hmm. It's kind of like the body cams, bro. It's like, wait a minute. They're like, oh, body cams
Yeah,
are
I don't
recording
know
all the
how
time.
to
I was
feel
like,
about it.
I was like, that's bullshit. Body cam's always recording because like it only records when it comes on. I was like, so how's it going back a minute without the sound if it's not always recording?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And again, I don't know how I feel about the. It's always recording everything, always, all the time.
Always, always, it's always on, always. And the Tesla's
Yeah,
the same way. It's
this just made
always
me
on,
want to go back and buy like a 1980s car, bro.
bro.
No
Bro,
computer
I
chips.
think, bro, as much technology as we've had, or as we do have, and again, we come from a time when we didn't have all this in us, so a lot of this shit is not new to us, but we're seeing it as it's coming out, right? So we have the lifespan and the experience to know what it's like pre-submitted stuff as it,
Yeah,
as it's coming out, and it it's strange to see people's dependency on technology in some sense, and I'm like, um, I don't know if that's 100% a good idea. I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. It's like it takes away. Yeah, it's like that. I don't know if you saw the shit. I probably sent it to you on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. But it was like the guy was asking ChatGPT how it would take over the world, how AI would take over the world. And it's like I was like,
I
I
saw
wouldn't
it.
take
Yeah,
over the world. Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't take over the world. I was like, I would make it to where that you were willing to do it. And funny enough, uh, it's a great movie. The thing that this reminds me of, the time period that we're in, it feels like we're in the movie Wally, bro. Where it's like the humans just gave up all this. Like, oh, robots will do it. Oh, AI will do it. Oh, like, to the point like you can't do any. You don't know how to do anything for yourself. And I'm like, it, to me, it's like we're slowly creeping into that space where people are gonna forget how to actually do shit for real, and we're just gonna be dependent upon technology. And like that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all.